Happy Wednesday, Del Mar.
Coming up today on Coast Life, is your home in need of a deep cleaning? If so, the cleaning experts are here to help. And we're bringing you a holiday pick-me-up with letters from the North Pole. Plus, trying to decide the perfect Christmas movie to watch? Stop your searching because Paige and Rachel are here to help you decide with today's holiday debate. All that and more when Coast Life gets back.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
You're watching Coast Life, and we've been having a lot of fun with Rachel Parker from the Parker Group today. But before Leah went on her tropical vacation, before she left and got on that plane, it was actually she and Rachel who sat down with some very important people on Delmarva. And we're going to show you that interview right now, explaining some really meaningful ways your children can get in touch with Santa Claus. Take a look.
Rachel, did you ever, when you were a kid, write letters to Santa?
Every year. What about you?
Every year, of course. That's how else are you going to get what you want for Christmas? So if you enjoyed doing that, maybe you're going to really enjoy our guests today. We've got Santa's Letters joining us on the Coast Life couch. Christina and Sean, thank you guys for coming in. First of all, let's ask you, what is Santa's Letters? What does your group do?
Well, Santa's Letters is basically two entities. We write the letters back to the kids that, every letter that we get in our big red mailbox gets a letter back from Santa Claus. And we help get the letters to Santa Claus so the kids can receive them back.
Yeah, there's a lot of letters out there. He needs some helping hands every now and then. And that mailbox is awesome.
It is. So, and on top of that, during the years, in the very beginning, we were also getting letters for families that needed help for the holiday season. So we ended up turning Santa's Letters into a 501c3, which is our nonprofit, and this is our 5th year doing it.
It's amazing. Yeah. What a great story. How did you get started in this? It's so amazing.
Yeah, in 2018, we just had kind of a rough year, and it was holiday season, and Sean found the big red mailbox and say, hey, hon, I'm going to put this in our front yard just for fun. Let's say that we are the official drop-off center for Santa's Letters. And I was like, all right. We put it on social media, and it just took off. And our first year was really huge. We helped Santa write a lot of letters that year.
A lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of really special memories made for a lot of kids in our area. And you guys just finished up doing one of your really big fundraisers, right? Tell me about that and where some of that money goes to within the community.
Yeah, this was our 5th year having our spaghetti dinner fundraiser at Salted Vines Winery in Frankfurt. They've been a huge supporter of Santa's Letters since the very beginning. And so I'm not ready to tell how much we raised just yet, but it was up there. Definitely a lot more than last year. And those funds are going to go towards helping families around the Christmas time, the holidays, and also throughout the school year and the summer. We do a summer fundraiser as well, and we help kids throughout the entire year with school supplies, even needs that they, like summer equipment or clothing or trips.
And it could be a misconception. I'm sure that people assume you only work around the holidays. So if people want to help out, whether it's this time of the year or another time of the year, what should they do? How can they help you?
Well, we have a website, santaslettersinc.com. They can go on there. They can, there is a button that you can push for, if you need help or assistance. You can go on there, you can email us, you can call us, our phone numbers are on there. We're always open 24 hours a day. So, if anybody needs anything, there's an emergency, they can always contact us.
You guys have been doing this for a little while now. What are maybe some of your favorite parts of helping Santa get these letters out and helping kids in our community have a good Christmas?
Well, I know Madeline came down the first year and she did an interview, and we had our bird Pepper. So our bird Pepper flies the letters to Santa Claus every year. So he's a tired bird by the end of the season.
Pepper works hard. That's a hard
He is. He does. He does great. But that's the fun of it. We used to have it in front of our house. It started with the mailbox, and then I had to build a little enclosure over it because the mail was getting wet. And then it turned into a facade, and then it turned into a playground, and then it turned into this big thing where we decided to have people come over to the house, and it turned into a big mailbox ceremony. Millville Fire Company wanted to get involved, and Santa Claus, and some hot rods. So one year we had about 275 people at our house.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was very inviting.
Okay, well, I was going to ask. I mean, you've been doing this for 5 years, and you've already seen a lot of growth. What are sort of the future plans to help build this and keep helping Santa out this time of year? Because, I mean, it just gets busier and busier.
It does, and the thing is, this is our first year. We actually have a brick and mortar this year. So now we have Santa's Letters Inc. spot. The future idea is going to be that the families can come in and shop themselves. So it'll give them a sense of, coming in, helping the family, and then they will leave with the wrapping paper, scissors, tape, and they can wrap the gifts themselves.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I was gathering it wasn't at your house anymore. So people wanted to visit this brick and mortar.
Yeah, as it was getting a little higher and higher and a little more people, the HOA was like, come on, you're going to have a meeting with us now. So
It actually just moved. Last year was our first time having the mailbox delivery ceremony, which we'll talk about as well. But it's now in Millville, so it's at 32828 Reba Road in Millville.
Great.
It's really a lot of fun. The community loves it.
It sounds like a lot of fun. I know that the community really benefits from what you guys do as well.
And they help so much. We couldn't do this without them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the first year they stepped up, and there was just so many people that, because we had 8 families that we got letters from the first year, and that's what started going with Santa's Letters. And it was crazy. We put it on Facebook. Hey, this family needs help. I'll take that family. I'll take that family. And it was amazing.
It is awesome. I mean, something that I know Paige and I have talked about, and Rachel, I mean, even with you guys, with Parker Group, we've talked about how much the community just always steps up and always gives back and always helps out, because, I mean, it really does take a village, and you see that with Sussex County and our coastal Delmarva community. Well, thank you guys. Sean and Christina with Santa's Letters.
Thank you so much.
We know that it is that busy time of year, so these guys are going to be busy helping out Santa from now through December. And if you want to get involved, this is going to be a great way to get involved and give back to the community as well. But we've got more events to tell you about and more fun to be had when Coast Life gets back.
All right, everybody, if you watch Coast TV News at all, you've heard of the Bless Our Children campaign. It is such a fantastic thing that Draper Media does every year. To explain a little bit more about what it is, in case you don't know how to get involved, we have the lovely Madeline Overturf with us. Thanks for being here, Maddie.
Well, thanks for having me.
Of course. So this Bless Our Children campaign, if someone hasn't heard of it,
Right.
it would be
Which
a
is
surprise.
kind of hard to not hear about it if you're watching us.
Exactly, but if they haven't, can you just explain what is it?
Sure. So, well, what you've probably seen on TV is the us by the trees reading cards, but really the background of this is Bless Our Children, which is BOC. Get it?
Yes.
Yeah, so started with our parent company, is it raises money for nonprofits, and nonprofits take that money and use it to buy presents for children in need. So it's one of those things where we all love donating, right? But I know sometimes some of us are like, where do I send my money, right? Where's a good cause? Or how do I pick someone to give to? So what we do is we take that out of it by Bless Our Children. There's over 100 nonprofits that get this money, and they take it and give it specifically to families in need who they know specifically need those gifts. So you know it's going to a great place.
100%. And something that I always want to reiterate every year too is, it seems like we raise so much. I think today it's over 150, 160,000.
And it's only December 6th.
It's a lot of money, it is, and we are grateful, but also, like you mentioned, it is getting distributed through a lot of charities and nonprofits. So can you just kind of reiterate how really every dollar helps?
Every single dollar helps. One nonprofit I'll mention just specifically because I've worked with them is the Boys and Girls Club. They are one of our recipients from Bless Our Children. I went to the club actually a year ago for a story, and I got to meet some of the kids, and they told me they're like, $1 can help buy like a bottle of water, you know what I mean? And some of these kids, they said they're their only source of meals, of homework help, things like that. So even if you give $2, that could go to purchasing a snack pack for these children. If you give $100, it could go to a lot. So there's nothing too small and nothing too great. Any single dollar really, really helps. And again, just to reiterate, every single dollar of that goes to these nonprofits. There's no profiting into this for us. This is just something that our company was really founded on this belief of serving Delmarva, and it's a really fun way to do that year after year.
It is so much fun. And one of the best things is it's so easy. All you have to do is go to blessourchildren.org, and you can learn if you want to mail in money, donate online. There's so many options. And like Maddie just said, I mean, we can't say it enough, it is just making sure every child has a fantastic Christmas. So Maddie, thank you so much for being here and telling us more about this.
Oh, we appreciate it. And yeah, every day at Coast TV and here at Coast Life, you can learn more about it, and we just really appreciate everyone's help.
So again, we want to reiterate, if you would like to make a donation, every single dollar really does help. We did mention the website, blessourchildren.org. You can also send a donation in a holiday card. And don't forget, those on Coast TV News may read your card and your well wishes on air. We love to see what you write to us. You can send in a check or a money order to the address that is on your screen. And again, we want to just continue letting you know about this website. blessourchildren.org is the easiest way to donate online. Thank you to everyone who's already donated and for helping ensure that every child on Delmarva has a very Merry Christmas. We aren't done yet with all the fun we are having on Coast Life. However, coming up, Rachel Parker and I are going to talk about some really funny mom moments that you don't want to miss. All right, you guys, it is time for one of our favorite segments. We are talking about mom moments, and I'm so happy, Rachel, you're here because you're a mom of two.
Yes.
So you have some mom moments, I'm sure. Do they just happen all the time?
All the time, and that's what I was sitting here thinking is every day something will be said where I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. I need to write that down. And then you forget some of them, but some of them really do stick with you.
I'm sure, and I think it's probably one of those things you look back and you're like, I wish I documented them.
Yes.
Yes, but you did document one. Take a look at this picture. I love this. Explain what's going on with this. Your daughter, Avery.
This is Avery, so she is a little character, yes. And this probably says a lot about me that this was her first go-to thought when she was playing dress up. But my husband and I are sitting in our living room just watching a movie, and we hear the front doorbell ring.
Okay.
And so I'm like, no one comes. Like, we live kind of back in the woods, so people don't really ring our doorbell very often. So we go and we see this adorable little mustached delivery man, sub 4 feet tall, holding a package. In a fake little voice I hear like, hi, my name is Larry. Hands me this package and walks away. And it's Avery had gone upstairs, dressed up, put on hat, glasses, fake mustache, got a little box and pretended to deliver us an Amazon package.
I love that you said that's what she probably thinks of you. Or
She's seen that happen at my house a lot. Yeah.
She's like, who comes to the house often? The delivery guy.
Who's mommy's favorite person, right?
Boom. Well, you're not alone there at least.
Right.
But that's amazing. Was there anything in the box?
No, it's just a box of air.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But you had me laughing right before we started too, because this girl is also going to be a hairdresser when she's older.
I'm hoping that she's learned her lesson after 2 failed experiments. But yes, she did do like the COVID haircut. And so back in 2020, 2021, her babysitter told her like, oh, Avery, you have beautiful hair. I love it. So she goes into the other room, gets out a pair of scissors, and just chops off a huge chunk of it and gives it to her babysitter. Very sweet.
Very sweet sentiment.
It took her a long time to grow that because it was right here in the front.
Oh my God. It was long, and she just...
Yeah, it was just a nice chunk.
Did the babysitter thank her?
I think the babysitter was horrified that we would be upset, but we just thought it was hilarious. So luckily we were able to kind of blend it and it worked okay.
Yeah.
But then fast forward to this year, my daughter, I'm sure other parents that have little girls can relate, is a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Right.
So everything that Taylor Swift does, she likes. And she was, again, same babysitter, poor girl. She was watching a music video and saw that Taylor Swift has bangs and she did not have bangs. And so she got some scissors out, chopped her hair right here to get the bangs. And she looked in the mirror, and this is so how a kid's brain works, and it's hilarious. She's like, oh, I don't like the way these look. So she goes from here and chops them off up here. And so we spent all summer this summer working on growing bangs out that were all the way up here.
That's so cute. Did you have a lot of headbands for her? Hats?
Headbands, but when they're like this long, there's just really not a whole lot you can do.
There's not much you can do.
Yeah, so we just kind of had to roll with it for a while.
And grown adults, because do you mind sharing how old your child is?
She's 8.
Okay, so she's 8. So, but there's grown adults. I did this in college where you cut your bangs and you hate them, and then you too are wearing hats and headbands.
Yes, but as an adult, you realize that cutting them up to here is not.
It's not going to work.
Not going to speed the process
Oh
up.
my gosh, I love that, and I love that you shared that because I think it's going to make a lot of parents just take a sigh of relief.
Yeah, it's always messy and interesting when you have kids, for sure.
Your babysitter probably doesn't let scissors around the house anymore, though.
She banned YouTube was her first ban. No more Taylor Swift music videos. But yeah, scissors are also hidden away a little bit more.
Gosh, that is incredible. Now I'm like racking my brain thinking if I ever mortified a babysitter, I probably have.
You probably don't even know. Yeah, exactly.
Probably didn't even realize it.
Yep.
But if you know your kids have just mortified you or your babysitter, a teacher, I know you have funny moments, please don't forget to email us or send us a message on social media. Let us know, because you're not alone. Rachel will tell you that.
No, you are not.
And we just know that you guys are doing your best out there, and we just want to hear your funny stories. So again, that is team@coastlife.com, or shoot us a message on our socials. But speaking of mom moments, have you ever had your kids spill something on the couch? You told them don't eat on the couch, and they did anyways. It is okay. Stanley Steemer is here because our couch too has gotten a little dirty. They are going to show us. It is that time of year you are preparing for your family to come over, maybe for the holidays, and you want to clean up, and suddenly you see every stain. It's happened to me right now. I am shocked how many stains I really just didn't notice were on my couch or my carpet. Don't worry, there are people on Delmarva who are taking care of you. That is why today we have Eric Farrell with us with Stanley Steemer. Welcome to the Coast Life Couch.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. If Eric looks familiar, he should. I'm going to take you back to the beginning of Coast Life when we first launched. This man is a trooper. We destroyed his carpet at his house. That was a lot of fun for us.
Yeah, it was fun watching it first, but then, panic sets in, but luckily, Stanley Steemer was there to save the day.
They totally did. Your carpet looked so amazing once we were finished. But something that Leah and I have been noticing recently is our Coast Life couch, I hope you can't see it from there, is getting a little yucky. You've noticed it when you came in.
I can see it from here.
You can see it. Yeah. We hide it with our lovely centerpiece, but we have food on the couch. We have paint on the couch from when we did craft segments. There are dogs on the couch every week. They get a little slobbery, a little hairy. And you said, though, we felt gross, but you said this is pretty common in people's homes.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, it's a piece that is getting used a lot, and though a lot of times people have rules of no food in the living room or maybe no crafts in the living room, kids will be kids.
Yeah. So you see a lot of food stains. Do you ever see like paint, makeup? That's what we have here.
Yeah. Paint, makeup, food.
All of that.
Anything you can imagine, it gets there.
Nasty. Just kidding. No, it happens to all of us. And you might not know that Stanley Steemer cleans upholstery. You might just think carpets. I thought that at first until we met Eric. So today I'm so excited and grateful. They're going to be cleaning our couch today. Do you have this sort of like process that you go through? Do you need to like inspect the couch first?
Yeah, so I mean, the process for cleaning anything always starts with a pre-inspection. So we'll identify the type of fabric, the cleaning process we're going to use, try to identify some of the spots and the origin, and then we can figure out how to treat them. But the first step is a thorough pre-vacuuming, removing the soiling and dust. Then we'll apply solutions to break the surface tension, emulsify the soil, and then we follow with the hot water to rinse everything out and leave you with a nice, clean piece of upholstery.
I cannot wait. Perfect. And just real quick before we get to that, if other people are watching, I know they're getting ready for family to visit. You want to leave a good impression. Are you seeing more people kind of call for these types of projects?
Yeah, so right now, I mean, obviously you're preparing for holidays, family's going to be coming to town, so maybe you don't want them to know how dirty your upholstery may be or your carpet, so now's a good time to have us in before family comes to town. And even if it doesn't look, maybe you don't have a home where you're getting food or makeup on your upholstery, it acts as a filter. It's a piece of fabric in the room, so it's always filtering the air and does accumulate dust that needs to be removed periodically.
I don't even want to think about that. The sweat, the dog hair, the dust. It's okay. That's why Stanley Steemer is here to help out. So let's get to it, Eric.
All
I'm
right.
so excited. Eric, I am excited that our couch is so clean. I'm also disgusted with, I didn't notice how dirty it really was.
You never really know until you get it cleaned and you see that difference.
Nope. We saw the more prominent stains, like I mentioned earlier, the paint, the makeup, but it definitely was a little lived in.
That's right.
If you will. Well, you cleaned it so quickly. I was a little impressed. I wasn't sure if you were going to get that black paint. He got it. So please, please, please don't forget to call Stanley Steemer. Eric, how can they get in touch with you if they are ready to get their couches cleaned?
So 1-800-STEAMER, 24/7. You'll always get a person, or you can go to stanleysteemer.com and book an appointment without having to talk to anybody.
Easy enough. Carpets, couches, what else do you guys do? Everything.
Any type of flooring, carpets, upholstery, air ducts.
Perfect.
If you can walk on it or sit on it, we'll find a way to clean it.
Amazing. So don't forget to call them. I mean, honestly, we weren't even preparing for any holiday parties, but I'm so glad we got this couch cleaned. Eric, thank you so much, and for your whole team at Stanley Steemer. I feel like I can take a deep breath now that the couch is clean. We have more Coast Life coming your way. We will be right back.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Stanley Steemer.
Okay, you guys, I want to ask you this, Rachel, you as well. Have you just noticed social media is getting taken over by not football players, but their wives and girlfriends?
Yes, and I'm loving it. I don't know if Taylor Swift started this trend or if it kind of started previously and that just kind of fed into it, but yes, I totally agree.
Yes, and yes, like you said, I love it. I'm so fine with this. The fashion, especially the Super Bowl fashion.
Yes.
It is like, what was that old show, Fashion Police?
Oh my gosh, on E!
Yes.
Fashion Police, Joan Rivers.
Yes. Yes, it is like that. People are getting kind of nasty, but they are all in. And I mean, even the guys, the players are in on this too.
Yeah, I'm loving that. And I was saying too, I think it's interesting that even what they wear for games is changing, and like they make it like seasonal to, you know, breast cancer awareness or supporting our troops, and everybody has matching sweatshirts.
Yes.
But yeah, the interest in fashion makes it more fun for me to watch football personally.
Exactly. I mean, I wasn't 2-3 years ago worried about what Travis Kelce was wearing walking in, but now I am.
Pay attention.
Yes, and when they dress down like my boy, what's his name? Kirk Cousins. There we go. Like my boy Kirk Cousins when he walks in, and people make fun of him because they say he looks like he shops at Kohl's.
Who would have ever thought that we're talking about football players that way, though?
Exactly. I don't get it. But playoffs are coming up. I'm hoping we are going to see some fantastic fashion for the playoffs, from those wives and girlfriends especially. But our field correspondent, Maya Henry, was out and about asking you all who you're excited for, who you're cheering on this year, not fashion-wise, football-wise. So take a look.
You're watching Coast Life, and today we are talking about America's most watched sport, football. And today we are going to ask people who they are rooting for this upcoming season. So let us in on your favorite football team. Who are you rooting for?
49ers are my favorite team.
All right, Gary, we are talking football season. So who are you rooting for?
I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
I am too.
In the pros, it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Washington Commanders. Alabama Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
So if you could have dinner or just hang out with anybody on the team, who would it be?
It'd be Jason Kelce.
Okay.
He's my favorite player and person. He's a real quality individual. And probably George Kittle. He's awesome. He's a Ben.
All right, I hope George Kittle was actually watching this.
Nick Saban.
All right, he knew that by heart. All right, it's Nick Saban, guys. So who do you think is going to make it to the Super Bowl this year?
Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs again.
Okay. Tell me who you think is going to be in the playoffs with your favorite team.
Looks like Michigan, Georgia, and the other one's probably up for grabs.
Well, at the start of the season, I would have said a rematch of last year, Kansas City and Philadelphia, but so far early, it looks like the Miami Dolphins might be the new team on the block. So we'll just have to see. You know, it's 1 week at a time. Well, the way the Eagles are playing, it looks good. So I'm very cautiously optimistic, but so far they've improved every game, and they're picking up where they left off last year. And
Maya, thank you so much. Some really fantastic picks there, and some good news coming up this Sunday right here on Coast TV. It's a good game. We have the Cowboys and the Eagles. Are you going either way?
So my husband is a little funny. He's a Miami Dolphins fan, and so that's kind of the only team that I really personally care about, because when they lose, it's not a fun Sunday night for me.
No, that's fair.
But we do have a lot of Eagles fans and a pretty good amount of Cowboys fans around, so I think it's going to be a good one.
All right. I hate both teams. I'm a Commanders fan, so just go have fun. I hope both teams have a good time. All right. Well, we are not done with the good times here on Coast Life just yet. Coming up, we're talking controversial Christmas movies. Or are they Christmas movies? We'll find out when we get back. You're watching Coast Life, and we are back with Rachel Parker from the Parker Group. Rachel, we're having so much fun today. I hope you're having a good time.
Always having a good time with you guys.
Good. It's been a lot of laughs, a lot of fun today, and we are not done yet because it is time for one of our fan favorite segments, The Great Debate. You've seen a few of these before.
Yeah, it's like a really fun concept. I like it. Get a little controversy going.
Exactly. Yeah, we love to be a little opinionated here on Coast Life. So today is one that has been a debate for a while. We're talking Christmas movies, specifically Die Hard, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and Harry Potter. Are they or are they not Christmas movies? Do you have an opinion either way?
I do. Honestly, for me, none of those are really Christmas movies. When I think Christmas movies, I love the old like claymation, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Year Without a Santa Claus, those kinds of movies. To me, those ones are set in Christmas, but especially Die Hard, there's nothing about that feels Christmassy to me.
I love that.
So I'm going to fall on no here. What about you?
I'm going to fall on no for the most part. I'm going to go with you. I love the original Rudolph. Oh, that's so good. Polar Express, the Tim Allen Santa Claus.
Oh, yes.
Absolute favorite.
Yes.
I do enjoy watching Harry Potter, though, during Christmas. I'm going to say Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone specifically. Christmas movie.
I could see that. It's Christmassy to me. Like, it has that feel to it. I just wouldn't lump it in that category.
Right, that makes sense. The rest of them, like Goblet of Fire, that is not a Christmas movie. And if you think it is, I don't know what you're celebrating. That one's awful. We asked you guys on Facebook, though, so I'm just going to pull up my phone really quick and read you some answers because these are pretty funny.
Yeah.
There were a lot of opinions about Die Hard, of course. Every year that is controversy because Die Hard takes place around Christmas.
Right.
But that's kind of like how Harry Potter is. That's kind of like how The Nightmare Before Christmas is.
Right.
Yeah, they're not Christmas stories, in my opinion. They just happen around Christmas.
It's the setting. Yeah, I just don't think you think like machine gun fire and like Santa Claus in the same sentence.
Normally not, but a couple people in our comments did. One person said she can maybe get behind on Die Hard. She's maybe that one. The other two, no. Someone else said, yeah, Die Hard. So already some controversy. And then one other person feels the same way I do. Definitely Harry Potter, but no to the others.
If I had to pick one, I would say Harry Potter. I agree. But in general,
I like, because Christmas and magic, that's kind of how I feel.
Yes.
Not Christmas and, like you said, like machine guns.
Right. It just has a nice family feel to it.
Exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
I agree.
Okay, cool. Well, that's how we stand. We want to keep hearing how you stand, though, on these Christmas movies. I have seen people get really mad at the Die Hard controversy, so we know you have an opinion about it. Just go to our Facebook page. You can comment right there. Just keep it nice. Keep it holly and jolly. It is Christmas time, okay? All right, we have more Coast Life coming your way, guys. We'll be right back.
Don't miss any of your favorite Coast Life moments. Hang out with us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're there. And don't forget, you can find full episodes of Coast Life at coastlife.com. There's more Coast Life on the way.
All right, there she is, Taylor Swift. And if you are just kind of tired of seeing her on your TV, sorry, you got to get used to it. She is Time's Person of the Year. Rachel, are we surprised?
In my household, I am not surprised at all. I see a lot of Taylor Swift.
I bet.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like between the Travis Kelce, between her Eras tour, it's really not surprising that she's #1 in the news right now.
That's right. I mean, you have to give it to her. She was the most talked about, #1 most streamed artist on Spotify or Apple Music. So good for you, girl.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think I just saw something that she's the first artist since Prince to have 5 albums on the Billboard Top 100 simultaneously or something. I mean, she's just like constantly shattering all of these records. So
she is.
It's pretty impressive.
That is incredible. If you kind of had to pick somebody to be your Time Person of the Year, would you have picked Taylor or gone a different route?
Well, I heard some of the other nominees, which were really interesting, like world leaders that are not very popular. So it is very interesting.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, if I think of who was the most notable person of 2023, I think I might have to pick Taylor Swift.
I think so too, and I go both ways with her. She's fine. I would pick Taylor as well. I mean, I would, in my heart, I would be like Justin Bieber, but
I do love Justin Bieber, not gonna lie. Yeah.
For our Time magazine,
yes,
it'd be Justin Bieber, but for the world's, it makes sense.
Taylor
Swift.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for being here today. It's always so fun having you.
Thanks.
I'm so happy that we have this partnership and this friendship now. That you'll be on the couch more often. And don't forget, you will still be seeing Rachel. You know, the Parker Group is still here every week. So if you're sad to say goodbye like I am, it's okay. We'll see you very soon. Yes. And we will see you guys very soon as well. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Right now, Coast TV News at 5 is taking over.